Hello, I hope you're all well. Welcome to another video. This one's going to be a little bit of a spooky chat. Things have been going on, and I thought we'd look at the cards to see what we can get about what's coming. That looks kind of scary. Some sweeping change coming in by the looks of it. Some warriors. Oh God, here we go already. And and that one. Okay. Oh, that's a bit of anger going on there as well. Yeah, so I've already got some cards. Wasn't planning on that, but there you go. We'll talk about them in a moment. So I thought we'd bit of a spooky chat and find out what's coming up for October and whether we'll get anything for November, December as well, but it'll be mostly for October. We'll do one in November, we'll do one in December, and then we'll do a big one for 2024. Which is what set my channel off last year, so I'm hoping it will again. But if you've noticed, I want to say a big thank you to those of you supporting all of the tarot readings that are going on. I feel guided to do that, so I'm doing it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And if you want me to do your sign on here, please let me know. People have been doing that. I've just done Taurus, and I think the Gemini one's out there, and somebody asked for Scorpio. That's coming up as well. That'll be tomorrow now, because I am working 2 jobs. 2 jobs, about 3, 4, 5 jobs. But my son's away, so I'm doing a lot. Anyway, getting things set up with the writing and all sorts. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you supporting me, giving me donations, things like that. It goes straight into the channel. I will be getting more tarot cards. Thank you for just supporting my subscribing and watching the videos, and helping to get them out there to people who need the messages or want to. Okay, this reading that we're going to do is not about fear mongering. I get a bit frustrated when people, happy clappers, have a go about you shouldn't say anything that's not, happy. Well, unfortunately, we need to know about these things so we can change them, and so we can get into that happy state again. And they're all, lessons, and I'm divinely guided here. I've got a big presence around me, and he will do not let me go until I've given the message. So don't shoot the messenger. Okay, and yeah. So, and before we get started, you can tell there's a lot of fear around, fear about death. Oh, that's interesting. We're getting going already. They're just pushing me forward. I just want to say, if you would like a personal reading, if you want to go deeper from the tarot readings, you can check out my website. I'm doing the personal reads again from 25 minutes up, whatever suits you. All the coaching for the angel coaching, the tarot coaching, the psychic development coaching, it's still available as well. Check that out on my channel, and please help to support my books on Inkit. They're all free. I write Sarah Kingsley, and support me on there, and because I'm setting up subscriptions on there as well at the moment. So if you love vampires, because I think there are a lot of vampires around, a lot of energy vampires around at the moment, and I've been guided to push that work at the moment. So interesting about vampires, but in everyday life there's a lot, I think a lot of sucking information from people. That's interesting. Okay, sucking information from people, hounding people for information, disrupting with information. There's a lot of, I'm channeling exactly what I'm getting here. There's a lot coming up about that. Anyway, we'll start with a little bit of a spooky chat while I get some more messages here. And okay, basically I've been working here all day. We'll start with this, right? And it's there now. So I've been here. My son's been off with his father, away for a few days, and there's a guy. I thought the guy was sitting in the chair here, because I could see his legs crossed, and I could see his pinstripe trousers, and these black, like, I just heard Oxford shoes. I was going to say church shoes. There's an Oxford shoes. Yeah, and it's really weird. And then I looked in the TV over there, and lo and behold, there's a ton of them. And he's not actually sitting on the chair. It's like they're all lined up. All those lines of people I see, all lined up. And I get a lot of heavy energy coming in now. Oh, okay, somebody's just come and sat inside me. A lot of, I can't breathe. Is there somebody out there who's having difficulty breathing? I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot more than just messages about the world. I just want to take a deep breath. Calm down. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try because I can't breathe. All of these are very heavy. Somebody with an oxygen mask on. Like blondie hair, but man, can't breathe. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. That's for somebody out there, okay? Thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you. Okay, John. Okay, so all these people, they're all sitting there, all these sitting, and there are all these men in, you know, black coats and everything, very Victorian. I'm just going to say for there. I can't see them so much now, but it's like, I keep telling you about this dimension bleeding into mine. They're all standing there. Really weird. There have been lots of noises when I've been on my own. It doesn't bother me, but it wakes me up. I had something this morning, and I swear to God, it was like somebody got a hold of that door handle, went, because I shut all of this off at night, right? And I go to bed, and I do not come in here unless something's wrong, because I get a bit nervous. And it sounded this morning, I mean, it was like somebody went on the door handle like that, but it hadn't been opened, nothing. I did come in here last night for something happened, and I can see them all sitting there. And I'll start moving the minute I walk in the door, and then I get them back to bed. They keep waking me up though. I don't know if they're giving me downloads of information or whatever they're doing, but there is stuff going on. I'm still seeing the plane. I got told I'm seeing it outside in the air. I can see the windows, everything. Disaster strikes twice, because they showed me 2 of them. So I don't know. I'm not getting any more information than that, but that's what I'm getting, because I get picked on by some people who, oh, fear-mongering. Well, if you want to sit there and go happy clapper, you know, off you go. But unfortunately, my guides want me to give information. I'm still seeing a lot of storms, electricity, things like that. That's Cerebus. That's a lot of mental thought going on. I think a lot of us are going through some processes of mental thought, confusion, not knowing which way to go, because there's a lot of sweeping change coming in to the world, a lot of storms, a lot of upheaval, and it's almost like resilience. A lot of pain that was in the past is being brought forward. A lot of people are being exposed. A lot of anger out there. It's swirling in the atmosphere. It's causing these storms. It's all from thoughts, cerebral thought. We are being watched from afar. Who are we being watched by again? I have a feeling I know what's going to come out, but I'm just getting it with this card. We're being watched. No, the Hound of the Baskervilles I'm getting in my head. The Hound of the Baskervilles, stalked by the Hound of the Baskervilles. They're getting very cryptic again. I've just heard we have to, madam. Okay. Oh, that's upside down. Okay, so we've got a lot of numbers, a lot of dates. These are the 13th, 21, 8th, 5th, 30, well, 34 is not a date, is it? Or is it? Do they mean 2034? I wonder if are these dates when things are happening? 21st of October. Right, get 13th of December, but I also get 13th of November, 8th of January, 5th of February, and 3rd of April. These are all relevant dates. I can see your shoes again. Sorry, if you're new here, I physically say spirit, so you have to bear with. Okay. There are things gestating, infinity, eternal, past life. There are things gestating. We've got things bleeding in from the past into the future, the time being messed about with. I keep getting this message. It's causing overlapping of time, causing pain, something being brought from the past to fight in the future and the present time. And there's 2034. I don't know what's supposed to happen in 2034, but they're not giving me any more information at the minute. A lot of fear going around, fear of what's to come, fear of oneself, fear of one's power, dark shadows. A lot of people are being asked to deal with their shadow side and to bring in sweeping change into their lives. The more you do that in your personal life, the more it spreads out and as a knock-on effect, and it goes out into the world and it creates change, it enforces change that needs to be. So you actually, if you feel like you're powerless and you can't do anything and make things right and keep people safe, keep yourself safe or whatever, you can just by doing your own shadow work and changing your own life and opinions, because it's this catalyst effect that goes like dominoes around the world. Yeah, it's boom, 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 and that's what we get. I've had a strange senses of being, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to communicate this to you, but I'm feeling like a real pushback. It's like there's some weight being shoved at me like this, and then it's coming into my body. Who's doing this, please? It's a lot of Kundalini awakening, change, shedding of skin. And it's painful for a lot of people are resistant. I can't breathe again. Are they doing that? Right. Now, I like the Mindless Beings, okay? They're good. But I'm getting that there's a lot of hidden energy, and this card is actually, number 12 might be appropriate here as well. Enigma, elusive, sensitive. So I'm okay. I'm getting that a lot of empaths out there, we're being strongly protected by beings like this. They're not, I don't get anything bad with them. They're very protective. There's something being offered and it's not being taken. I keep seeing this cup here. Something being offered and it's not taken. This is on the world stage and it's about the collective. A path. I always think of, oh, what do you call it? The Simpsons. Mr. Burns in the wood. Glowing when I see this card. So that could be a lot of illusions. Not seeing the truth, not being seen what's offered, not acting on the truth that's given, not wanting to see the truth, pushing back at the truth. Because like this, don't want to say what's coming, don't want to know, fearful, wanted to be happy, not saying the truth of our existence. I think a lot of people are going through existential crisis. I know I have been, because of this sweeping change. So we can see that we are so much more powerful than they give us credit for out there. Let's get a little bit more on here. Agathans. Manifesting multidimensional perception attunement. It's like, look at all of these orb things around them. Yeah, we've got a lot of spirit around and spirit, alien beings. There's a lot of people like that, interdimensional beings who are disguised, and people aren't accepting their reality. There are watchers. There are people who are watching on behalf of the people who try to control this planet, and angelic forces and other beings are coming in to try and free the earth from its very restricted, limited perception of reality, space, time. I just want to say space, time, continuum. Space, time. Okay. I have been getting very strong urges to, and I have talked about this before. I did talk to somebody who is a PhD, I think it's physics or something like that, or astrophysics, something. I can't remember exactly what it is. But basically, I've got this strong urge that there's something outside of the universe. Oh, I've got a big purple light going up there. It's like an orb. There's something outside of here. And I felt very claustrophobic the other day. This can be, we're feeling claustrophobic in our worlds and in our bodies, because it's almost like we're getting in connection with our power. And I'm talking to a lot of light workers here, but I want to talk to ordinary people. You have lots of, you know what I mean when I say ordinary. Nobody's ordinary. Everybody's special. It's not just light workers, yeah. And it's we're all part of one huge whole. And it's like this. It's like somebody squashing me here when I'm trying to give you this information, sending me lots of negative energy. I wouldn't do that if I were you, whoever you are out there. I wouldn't do that, because it'll, what do they say, return to sender, off you go. I don't know where it's coming from. I can just feel it here. Sorry, I'm talking. They're clearing it. Thank you. There's real pushback. They don't want me revealing the truth. Well, I'm sorry. It's like there's a whole movement of people don't want me revealing it. I've never had it this strong. I've had people interfere in my healings before, but when I've done one on here, and it's trying to distract me all the time. There are people out there that can be seen. It's just a case of opening your eyes. Those things you see in the corner of your eye when you turn your head, they're there. They're really there. But they keep, every time I try to sleep, they keep trying to bring in storms, block thought, block downloads being given to people. I keep saying David Icke, and I've never believed him, you know, and I never got into that conspiracy thing. And it's almost like there's a lot of disinformation, a lot of information that's been held back, but we know that. There's a lot of information that's confusing, a lot of beings coming in to protecting God, but there's I don't know if the Mindless Beings don't want me all right, they do want me talking about this. They're showing me what's out there. It's almost like, all right, oh, this is kind of weird. So it's almost like, see what I mean? Excuse me. Throat chakra blockage. Somebody needs to speak the truth. It's almost like I'm beginning to be aware. It's, right, they're giving me the words. Physical forces around me that actually, I'm beginning to, it's almost like this is going to sound daft and weird, but it's like I can see physics. I'm not sure that's the way to put it, but it's almost like I can, apparently it is. So it's like I can see, I'm often shown so many shapes and things forming and changing. It's very postmodern, doing all these things. I can't describe them to you, what they've shown me. A lot to do with the stars, shapes and geometry, that kind of thing. But I can't explain it to you. I can't find the words in our language. In any of our languages I'm being taught, I can't find the words. There it is again. So it's it's almost like I can, all right, they want me to explain it like his dark materials and the dust. But I can feel these forces coming at me. I can feel the negative energy. I can almost see it. It has a form. It's created into an entity of form. And it like a wave. Ah, yes, that's perfect. But I don't know if they'll have seen it. The way to describe, I'm going to put a link to it if I can find it on YouTube. I have been watching, I finished it. Oh, it's the most spectacular thing I've ever seen, to be honest. And it's Love Between Fairy and Devil, and it's Chinese, and it was on Netflix, because I barely watch in my own any TV in my own language now. But it's Chinese. It's just the way I roll. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would love to be able to, you know, I'm learning the languages, but geez, it's going to take centuries probably before I get to fully understand it without, you know, looking at the subtitles. But anyway, so there is a demon on it, and he hasn't got a form. He's just a cloud, and he comes in like lightning and dark, and he keeps changing form and things like that. That's what I can feel and almost see. I just know it's almost like I'm on the beginnings of seeing it. Now, when I see an aircraft, I have tried to, I still don't fully understand what I'm seeing. I've seen it around in insects, but that would more be an aura. But around an aircraft, when I see it in the sky, there's a circle. It's like it's traveling in a bubble to me. And I keep thinking, well, some people, you know, somebody said to me once that they'd seen something like that, and they reckoned it was all the auras of everybody in the plane. But I don't know. I think it's actually something to do with the engines and the force and the turbulence around it. I don't know. Or what I worry about, if I ever saw a plane without that bubble, all I know is I would be afraid. I wouldn't understand. So whatever it is, I still go on this. It's almost like I'm going to be seeing forces, negative, so I can recognize them better. And it's almost like I just felt this thing coming at me, and it was almost like I'm on the fringes of being able to see it. And I think that's what's happening to the world with a lot of things. We are seeing things that weren't there before, and some of them are frightening. So people are trying to trap it down, and this resistance, don't tell me about it. I know it's there, but I don't want to know it's there, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to pretend it's not there. It's very, very strange, because there are all different ideas about it. And it, in a lot of cases, you'll find that all the different ideas about things, they're actually all relevant. They're all correct. They're just a different interpretation of it, but I'm getting out my depth here. This is what's coming at me. It's all relevant. It's your perception of that thing, but it is just, it all means the same thing. I don't know how that works. Ah, my God, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, and it's my perception works better than yours type of thing, which causes this 5 of Swords, which is conflict in the mind. Who's right, who's wrong? Yeah, and it's not. It's all. I'm talking about very deep concepts here. I'm not talking about keeping people down or inequality or anything like that, because that's flat out wrong. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about scientific, I'm talking about philosophy, you know, ideas about the self, and how they're all correct. Okay, but it's these people who try to make out, they've kept us busy. Whoever's been trying to run this planet has kept us busy, distracted by trying to find out bits of information when we already have the information. We already know, it's all in here. And lots of people have been getting that with the healing, everything. It's like I was saying in another video, I'm not sure if it was a members one, but basically, it's like they're drawing hearts or whatever, you know, the 3D printer, oh God, creating things, you know, for medical science and what have you. But we can create it. We just got to open those doors. And I think there's a fear about opening those doors to our power and ideas of death. And where will the boundaries lie? Will those boundaries go? Will we just exist? Will death not exist anymore? They did show me a coffin before. And then somebody sitting up out of it. So it's that, and that does look very much like Day of the Dead, doesn't it? Past haunts as well. But it's very much the boundaries are going to be blurring. They're blurring even more in October. Really blurring in October. There's so much upheaval. It's a crazy world. It's always been crazy, but it's even more crazy now. It's almost like the human race is in this little gestation thing, waiting to be reborn in its true power. Big Kundalini change, and it's almost like just waiting for the right time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, depth, shadow. You need to clear all the negativity, the crap that's going on in your head, and get rid of the fear. As I say, by doing that, they keep showing me that. Why do you keep showing me that Doctor Who thing with the master where it took, this is about manifestation. But it's how the world changes, where the master got him, made the Doctor very small, put him in a cage, and it was kind of a wacky one, David Tennant one. And he got Martha to go around the world asking people on a date to look at the TV, and because the master was going to do a broadcast, to keep saying, I believe in you, or I can't remember exactly what it was, or just say his name, the Doctor. And he actually, just by the power of all the people saying that, he actually changed and got back to his old self and was able to defeat the master. And it's that kind of thing. Yeah, if we all do the shadow work, start believing in ourselves, start not accepting this narrative that's being given to us by these people who try to run the world. And I'm talking about something deeper than the government. And actually believing in ourselves, believing in our own power, not being frightened of our own power, then we can start this chain reaction and change everything. And it's that what slows things up. People not being willing to go in and, you know, reevaluate themselves, go in and find out, you know, what they need to change, where, you know, it's very hard to get out. And I keep feeling this I keep feeling resistance from people watching it, don't want to explore about themselves. But I know a lot of you do, and you are. But your life won't improve until you do this shadow work. Facing your shadow is a very daunting thing to do. Very, very daunting, but necessary. Okay, let's see what else we've got. I think we've picked up the moon cards. Right, I don't know why they've shown me Alpha Centauri, I've just heard, and then I've heard they're showing me Space 1999. Oh my God, they always show me TV programs, and I used to love that. Myra, the shape-shifting. Oh, I loved her. She was great. She could shape-shift into anything. And I think the fear is of our power, our power and what we would shape-shift into. Would we go out of control? It's a fear of control. No, you'd be in your proper higher self. You wouldn't. It's almost like this idea of death, birth and death might not need to happen anymore. Okay. Yeah, look. Creation. Connecting to the source. Oh, I didn't explain about being outside of the universe. I do believe, and that this guy said it was possible. I was talking to the PhD student, and you know, you couldn't rule that out. And I just see myself, and I think it's about getting out of yourself and being who you are as well. But this was really strong. It's like, the other day, I have been going through some storms, mental storms. When my son's been away, it's like a weeping, a wailing, and a gnashing of teeth. That's all I can explain. Cheeky, rude. So that kind of thing, and full on anger, full on, whoa, out it comes, and then, oh, let's get to work now. Storms. Yeah, cerebral storms. And it's been doing shadow work, releasing, getting clear. And I think that's what we're all doing and being asked to do. And it's, I had, at one point, I've been really down. I'm up and down like yo-yo. Somebody's got blonde hair over there. I'm completely alone here. I won't be later, but I'm completely alone at the moment. Same people. And I was like, oh. And this card is actually how I was sitting here, my writing, everything. I've had to really push past a lot of things that are, have tried to restrain me, pull me back to protect me. I mean, I've got, you know, shields around all my chakras and stuff, especially the heart chakra, because of what's happened to me this year. It's been this, I've had the year from hell. The saying come flying with me. And it's been horrendous because there's so many things have come at me. And I have felt trapped inside my body. I wanted to get up and leave from my body. Yeah, I have to come back, but you know what I mean? I still wanted to get out and take this heavy energy off. And I think that's what, it's almost like we're trying to escape what we've been told we have to be. The narrative that's, you know, I'm not talking about your parents here. I'm talking about the narrative of the world. Because oh, that's really weird. All right, okay. So they're showing me a lot of programs because this is how to explain it. Right, so I'm saying, you know those programs where they get, you know, the nab kids or the nab humans and they shove them in a cave and they make them work and you know, the whip's going and what have you, that kind of thing. And then that if you watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that bit where she comes, she manages to get people out the hell dimension. So that kind of thing. And it's like, no, it's about creating. We come here and we create things. It's almost like a lot of us are space beings and we just want to create things with our hands. And I don't mean drawing or writing. I mean actually, because I do in my meditation, I create pyramids. I create all sorts of things. And it's, oh, I just want to do that with my hands. Create with my thoughts. Thoughts become real. That I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but that's what I'm getting. And I just had that sense. It was almost like I was connecting with something I'd forgotten. And I thought, oh, like this. Oh, I can't. Why are you showing me an X-ray of a person when I close my eyes? I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe it's X-ray. Look at the person. I'm not sure. We'll leave that for a minute. So I'm trying to see. This has been stopped every time I try to talk about it. I'm being stopped. Here it comes again. Energy, and it's like, oh, I just want to go. All right, we've got space. We've got all that stuff. Yeah. What I just want to pull back the curtains and go outside. And then there's light, and then I want to keep going through the door. And I think it's infinitesimal, whatever it is. I don't understand. I haven't got the words to explain this to you. I just know that I'm trying to escape out of something. This is heavy energy on this planet. It's so dense. I don't know if I'm going up dimensions or what I'm doing. Where the dimension, how did this all get created? It's almost like I'm getting into that space and widening my mind. I want to know more. I'm connecting with more. And a lot of us are. And in October, the veil is coming down as it does, you know, around Halloween and the Day of the Dead and all of that. I think it's going to be stronger this time. I think that it's just dropping. It's like all of these barriers, boom, 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 coming down. And we are accessing more of our power and realizing just how powerful we are. There are people who like to play with the dark. But I think once they realize they're not trapped anymore, they won't want to. Because it's limiting. I have no idea where that's come from, but that's very utopian, I know. But you never know. Oh, gosh. Is there anything else? Thoughts. They're trying to stop thoughts. It's all to do with thoughts, mind control. Not just through... Okay, my head's spinning. I may fit here, so if I start shaking, don't worry. It's just part of what I have. I just felt that heavy energy and everything's going inside my head. I think that's going round a lot of people. You're starting to think about things. Is it radio waves? I've never subscribed to any of this conspiracy stuff, okay? Or chemtrails or things like that. I've been interested, but I'm very skeptical. But I'm getting radio waves. Radio waves. And they keep showing me the plane. I don't know. Let's do one more card. Who's sending me this dodgy energy? Who is sending me this dodgy energy? You keep. Oh, Nephilim. Controversial assessing new perspectives. I'm being stopped, and I mean this is the giants, Nephilim. Well, that's interesting. People who don't want to embrace these ideas. Could be the Nephilim. Is it then? It's just come buried at me. Said yes. Air element. All right, okay. I know it might sound weird, but I'm seeing them all as spacecraft. Air element. It's coming from the sky, coming down. Waves. It sounds like a sci-fi plot, doesn't it? Nephilim. There's a group of people here. But I'm protected by the web of light given this information. Thought they said they showed me that. Inspiration or dreams. Definitely, it's almost like Morse code. Do, 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 do. I keep seeing myself in these other dimensions. The people, the people, there's so many people. They told me that I am living multi-dimensional lives. I think we all do. And they're very draining. Especially one, which they're not going to go into and I'm not telling me about, but one is very draining and is causing storms in all the other dimensions that I'm working in. And health problems. Brainwave problems. Okay. Now, every time I close my eyes, I'm somewhere else. I used to think it was my imagination from my books, but it's not. It's like, what do I see now? People. People carrying part of a plane. They keep, I saw the other day, this plane's all black and white, well, very Victorian, because I see a lot of that, so I don't know if I'm back in the Victorian times doing something. I have no idea. And they were all getting on the plane. How weird is that? The stairs were up, they were getting on the plane, sitting in their seats. This plane thing, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find out properly. I mean, they've told us this, that and the other. Which you can watch on previous videos if you're interested. What was I going to say? Yeah. But they told me there's 6 lives I'm running. The other thing I keep saying, and I do have a bit of a problem with my eyes, as in, I'm short-sighted. And I went to the opticians the other day, but I've been seeing eyes. I had a dream the other night where I opened a box and there's this big eye, the all-seeing eye. It keeps coming up. Being watched, definitely. Okay, Doctor Who, I know, but the one with Matt Smith and the big eye, they keep showing me that. Somebody's definitely watching me, sending me dodgy energy. So, well, I'm trying to get this out to you. But yeah, we need to go on a new journey and focus as to where we're going. We can focus on our path, on what we are supposed to be doing. It's slow moving, but keep carrying the torch, okay? Knight of Pentacles is very slow. And then we've got the Magician. We have everything we need. There's nothing else you need. It's all here. It's, oh God. I've seen some blocks sitting there on the edge of this, like this, with these legs out. It keeps flashing on and off at me. I call them flashes. We can create anything we want, do what we want, get what we want. I mean, once you get in a level where you could get your basic needs, everything, you didn't need anything around you that we have now, or the paraphernalia that we have for living and needing to eat and whatever. What things could we create? What things could we focus on and do? This is what's coming in. It's freedom. Freedom to just simply be and create new things here. It's almost like the plane of existence here is transforming. Not just the world, this dimension, the whole of this dimension is changing and transforming. And then it's going up, all the other dimensions are transforming. It's all the domino effect. And new dimensions will be created to discover. It's almost like something is creating and evolving. That's the universe, isn't it? Creating and evolving, exploding out into new bits. Oh, it's amazing. Sorry. Oh, wow. So believe in yourself. I'm going to leave you with that. And yeah, I would write down your experiences if you're getting them. And if you want to develop your gifts, we can do psychic development coaching. If you want to get in contact with angels, I've been seeing so many of them. They come in full colour, and they've been really giant angels. That's all I'm going to say. They've been big wings, the works. Fantastic. It's usually Archangel Michael with me, and the Seraphim. Get Gabriel, Raphael at times, but it's either the Seraphim who are helping, and they're at the top of the chain. I don't know why they come to me, but they do for some reason, and they're connected to me. So I'd love to know if anybody knows any more. I did say in one video, I can't remember what it was, that I've been seeing, I have somebody put their hand on my shoulder when I get really down. And they've started wearing, a few of them, a black onyx ring, gold and onyx, black, obviously. If you know anything about that meaning spiritually, let me know, please. I'd be really grateful. So yeah, if you want the coaching, personal reading, please look at all the links below if you want to know about the tarot or how to do that, or to just open yourself up. Yeah, we can do all sorts of things with the coaching, so let me know and we'll get on with that. And if you want to do group coaching, I've got that, and I would love to have a circle, but I've got people who are sort of interested but can't do it at the moment or whatever. I'd love to do. If you know, you know, of the coaching as well, group coaching with this, or in angel or psychic development, you know, or healing. If you know a group of people you would like to do that with, we can set that up as well. Okay, so please support my books on Inkit though, because this lot are pushing me like this all the time with that. So that would be great. They're free. I'm getting purple lights again. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time, yeah? Lots more to come. And please enjoy the readings. I'll be doing collective readings as well. Okay, take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye.